Now, despite its viable and commercial success, the original R-Wing game mechanics were mostly put to one side for the team's next endeavour, Starfox Adventures. The main reason for this was because the game was never intended to be a Star Fox game to begin with. Now, for some time Rare, the people behind Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country and Viva Pinata, have been working on an epic adventure called Dinosaur Planet, which Nintendo asked Rare to merge into the popular Star Fox universe. I'm not going to get into the controversial claptrap that engulfs this mag-lined black sheep of a game like some diseased elephant in the room, because it always degrades its original and justly deserved critical acclaim, which I fondly remember as an untarnished and enjoyable experience. The graphics were, and still are to this day, gorgeous. The music was inspirational, perfectly suited to the environment, and all wrapped up in that nostalgic, rare charm that has sadly evaporated when the company were absorbed by Microsoft. Adventure storyline was woven through Rare's original Dinosaur Planet concept, and there's even a comic released in Japan that explains Falco's departure, fusing together the inventions Star Fox 64 and Star Fox Adventures. Bottom line, I actually really enjoyed the game, and after doing some research discovered just how much effort and hard work had been put into this very special oddball in the series. My opinion is not entirely popular, but hey, the internet might not love you Star Fox Adventures, but you'll always have a place in my heart. 3 years later in 2005, the story continued with Star Fox Assault, keeping up the continuity even if Dinosaur Planet was renamed. Crystal and Falco both stuck with the team as they went to handle the next threat. This is a game that is still highly sought after today, still bearing a high price tag for a game well over a decade old. It was another very well received Star Fox game by the media, and returned Fox to his roots by flying in the R-Wing while also offering the ability to run on foot. The game has arguably the best soundtrack in the entire series, remixing the 64 classic with orchestral loveliness. The scope of the game is enormous and feels truly epic. There's also a real sense of war and destruction. After getting two highly received GameCube games within a relatively short space of time, Star Fox fans were treated again a year later with Starfox Command, released on the DS in 2006. It was the first game since 64 where Fox stayed in his R-Wing. The game couldn't quite capture the magic of its legendary counterparts, but was still a diverse and respectable entry to the series. One of the most notable elements is the story. The opening begins by filling in the gap between Assault and Command, where it tells of how all the crew members have left to pursue their own endeavours, except for Crystal, who was pushed away by Fox from fear of harm coming to her. Fox was left as the only sole member of the Star Fox team. Of course, as the story progresses, the team gets drawn back together. Take it as you will, but Star Fox has become a phenomenon. Its games all received well in the press. It's also one of the few Nintendo games where the main protagonist speaks and has conversations with other characters. The fanbase for the series is huge, and the game can appeal to both casual and hardcore players. Although I was initially disappointed at the idea, I can see how rebooting the franchise, if that's what they're doing, makes a lot of business sense and is bound to attract newcomers to this exciting franchise to the Wii U. It's a game that actively and effectively uses the gamepad to maximise the player's experience. I am admittedly perplexed at Nintendo's initial announcement of the NX and the subsequent impact this has had on its failing console. If there had been no announcement, I would presume that Starfox Zero was an attempt to reignite interest in the Wii U. As it stands though, and with no word at E3, is this an attempt at a U-turn? I'm not saying Nintendo's backing out of the NX development, but perhaps delaying its appearance is to re-inspire or reinvigorate confidence in the Wii U. Let's for argument's sake say that the premature announcement was a mistake. Nintendo don't make many business mistakes, but it would be unrealistic and foolish to think that they are impervious either. So assuming they spoke too soon and regretted it, what would they do? What would you do? Well, you certainly wouldn't follow it up with more news, and you couldn't backtrack on it either. Announcing the NX before its unveil, in my opinion, was bad marketing. And the assumption of a new console in the works just undermined the Wii U and further played towards its detriment. So as a company, do you count your losses and move on? If the NX isn't ready, how is that even possible? My theory? Starfox, a well-known, highly successful, critically acclaimed brand name appearing on the Wii U that appeals both to casual and hardcore players, that, excluding the remake on the 3DS, hasn't been seen for nearly a decade. It's a very beloved series, and a successor has been in high demand for ages. To me, it makes perfect business sense. Star Fox has more commercial power than some might give it credit for. It's a powerful franchise whose characters have captured people's hearts, whose games are intense, and a Fox beloved by many. I feel Star Fox could genuinely have an unexpected impact on sales and uplift a struggling console. With heavy and creative gamepad use, it's an integral strategy for success. A key nod to Wii's success was its ability to integrate physical gameplay into the screen. That concept, now being old, is not enough to sustain interest in the Wii U, and is probably viewed as just a HD upgrade. There of course needs to be something else. That something is the gamepad, meaning the draw of its creative output is put squarely on the shoulders of this device. Games that have used it successfully, such as Nintendo Land, Zombie U, and Mario Maker, have demonstrated beyond its potential. Starfox appeals to everyone, and if Nintendo can market the gamepad's resourcefulness and integration through gameplay, then it might be the ticket Nintendo needs to pull in more people. Nintendo seem to be masters at taking unfamiliar, frowned-upon concepts and making them work to great success. Take the Wii Remote. Initially, people were put off by the fact it looked like a remote and couldn't understand how it would work. It turned out to be a spectacular, innovative design that drew in everyone from hardcore gamers to families and inspired similar concepts from both Sony and Microsoft.
We revealed how we, from Nintendo, will change game control forever. And a lot of people said, well, we'll see.
It was also confirmed way back when Ocarina of Time was known as Zelda 64 that Link would not be able to jump in the game, but Nintendo made the right decision to eliminate unnecessary control systems, and as a result, I'm one of those annoying players who practically rolled all the way across Hyrule Field. Zelda fans lost their rag again when Link was first unveiled for Wind Waker. The game was received with massive skepticism. Fans are horrified over Link's new basic cartoonish look. I, however, quietly smiled to myself, knowing that through Nintendo's madness, there was magic. And it turned out to be one of the most beautiful and strikingly wonderful games ever made. So much so that someone even attempted to rip it off. So to be honest, I'm prepared to give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt, and that Star Fox might just be the ticket to reinvigorate the Wii U market, steady the console on its feet, and give it the strength it sorely needs to fight back. Is the dogfight over already, or are Nintendo getting ready to press the B button? Only time will tell. With catchy music and beautiful graphics, this was another 3D platforming masterpiece, but it wasn't quite the same. Although an amazing game, it didn't quite seem to have the same magic as the first.